Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is one of my favorite games of all time. It's fun, it's profound, it's emotionally draining, it's everything I look for in a game. So why does Modern Warfare 2 suck so much ass?
Don't get mad, get even. Do you think that's what Bobby Kennedy was thinking when he got shot?
Call of Duty has been steadily declining in popularity since Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, it's still selling what is technically referred to as a shit ton, but the decline is significant. Over the years, the series has declined in quality to the point that it hit rock bottom. This game was so awful that despite ending on a cliffhanger, it's never gotten a sequel and it never will. Don't believe me? What do you think, IGN?
Call of Duty Ghost's robust multiplayer suite and refreshingly varied campaign make it one of the best in the series. 8.8 out of 10.
What the fuck? I swear, if I ever have to play this game for the channel, I'm fucking deleting my YouTube account. To preface this, on a technical level, Call of Duty is as refined as it's ever going to be. Click on something and that thing dies. It's not mind-blowing, but it's not supposed to be. What Call of Duty has been consistently failing at is threading those technical achievements onto a coherent story. The Call of Duty franchise has spent the last 10 years coming up with probably the dumbest games possible. Eventually they got to a point and just said, fuck it, here's a battle royale. But when did the series go from here to here? At first glance, it's not hard to see where they're coming from. The plot of most Call of Duty games play like the masochistic fantasies of America's stupidest Cold War enthusiast. But Modern Warfare 1 was downright profound. It draws you into a sense of patriotic duty and camaraderie, and then kills you in the most grotesque way possible. The message here is clear. You can be as heroic as your red-blooded American apple pie-loving brass balls will let you, but at the end of the day, none of that will save you from the real horrors of Modern Warfare. There's this one mission where you play as the gunner of an AC-130, and all you can see are these little white thermal dots, and your only job is to make them go away as efficiently as possible. It's the most casual extinguishing of human life ever portrayed in a video game. Even when you shoot someone in GTA, you get a 2-star slap on the wrist. But that's the point. Modern Warfare is a cold, cynical affair where honor is only as valuable as it is pragmatic. So what the fuck happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I, Big Beak Entertainment, have followed all the threads, and they all lead back to Modern Warfare 2. Did you know that Hans Zimmer scored the theme but not the rest of the fucking game? So Modern Warfare comes out, and it's like... And then Treyarch made World at War, and it's like... And then Infinity Ward made Modern Warfare 2, and it's like... Oh yeah, it's Mountain Dew time! And they completely missed the point of Modern Warfare. In Modern Warfare 2, you play as Mr. Modern Warfare, fresh off the first game where you killed the President of Evil. The Vice President of Evil is back, but this time, call him Mr. Macaroni. The game gets off to a promising start where you and Captain Anderson from Mass Effect condescend to the Afghan army and do some training.
Not good enough, Alan. You killed too many civilians. Try it again.
Then you get to go on a mission with this General Shepard.
Yeah, Private Allen! Rangers lead the way! Move!
Your example is inspiring, sir. What the fuck? The fuck? What happened to you killed too many civilians? Oh, I see, it's not what you do, it's what you get caught doing. Well, in that case... The fuck, guys? Come on, Bethesda, be consistent.
After killing the entire city, you get to kill in a rail section. No, Call of Duty. Rail sections are not fun. They're just not. Why do you think rail shooters went out of style as soon as anybody thought of anything else? Call of Duty has a tendency to go from 100 to 0 real quick.
What the fuck? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What the fuck? It was like the apocalypse 20 yards back.
But that's the thing about this game. The pacing wavers between... and completely fucking insane. And the story is the exact same. It all comes together to create a completely incoherent plot that can only be communicated by voiceover plot dumps on the loading screens. There's this one mission where you have to sneak into this mountain base like the start of GoldenEye, right? And then it literally becomes GoldenEye.
Wait, if this is GoldenEye, then that must mean... Yes! Come on, Soap, I've seen this movie. We gotta get to the plane. Son of a bitch.
Eventually you do this impossible to fail vehicle mission, which is pretty much just a dressed up rail section. And then you do a wicked snowmobile jump over a ravine. Then you're playing as Modern Warfare and Mr. McAdoo decides to shoot up an airport. And I'll admit, the first time I played this mission, I was pretty shocked.
Oh man, you guys are not gonna get those through security. Wait, hold on. Holy fuck! Don't worry guys, I got this covered. Oh, hang on guys, I gotta reload. You guys go ahead, I'll take this bookstore. Man, my carpal tunnel's flaring up.
But then Ronald McDonald shoots Modern Warfare, and the Russians start blaming violent video games and the companies that make them, especially Bethesda, because fuck Fallout 76. And then Soap's like, all our evidence died with Modern Warfare. I guess we'll just have to follow this evidence then. So then you go murder all the poor people in Brazil, and they all have rocket launchers because that's the only way this would even be a remotely fair fight.
You son of a bitch, if you don't make this jump, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You fuck!
So then Russia invades Bethesda, Maryland to capture Todd Howard, but they have to go through DC, and we're called in with Captain Anderson to defend the last bastion of American culture.
Take your team and secure the Burger Town. Clear to the Burger Town meat locker. Keep them away from Burger Town! Burger Town!
You know, I gotta hand it to Bethesda. They really captured what rush hour in DC is like here.
So then you have to blow up an oil rig to bust Captain Price out of a gulag so that he can break into a Russian submarine and fire a nuclear missile and blow it up in space over the East Coast. Because as we all know, if you blow up the International Space Station with a nuke, all the Russians die. What the fuck? This is probably the best illustration of how Infinity Ward learned the exact opposite lessons from Modern Warfare 1 that they should have. Here we have a nuclear bomb, which in the last game was shown to be the most horrible thing ever created, and here it saves the fucking day. Not just that nukes saved the fucking day, but that one man unilaterally arming and firing a missile was the optimal outcome. Back in the US, the Americans have a bunker that can move 12 inches in any direction, depending on where the party is, and they decide to kill Mr. Maserati before he shoots up another airport and the Russians actually try this time. Shepard decrees there's only 2 safe places left in the world for Makarov, a random airplane boneyard in Afghanistan and a country estate in Georgia. You know the world's a big place, right? What's so special about these 2 places? Ghost asks Price permission to go to the country house with Roach. Dude, don't just volunteer me for stuff. Also, why are you asking Price? I thought Soap was in charge. We find Makarov's computer and download everything in it. It's mostly pirated movies and his shitty Russian rap.
My name is Makarov, and I'm here to say, shooting up airports is A-OK.
We also find a lot of guns and a lot of guys with a lot of guns try to stop us from downloading the computer.
What you gotta do here is set up 1,000 claymore mines everywhere that don't even fucking work. Don't worry guys, we just have to hold out for 71 minutes. Can we just grab the computer? I'm just gonna camp here, fuck it. And with the mission complete, we quietly slip away through the forest.
But then Shepard betrays you for no reason.
Hey, we said no team killing.
Tell me about it, Ghost. This is bullshit. Why does he betray you? Fuck if I know. Then it's the apocalypse again, and Soap and Price head for a cave in Afghanistan where they can finally take down Psycho Mantis once and for all. But then Shepard presses the self-destruct button, but then you just press the stop button, so none of that mattered. Then you chase him down the river in another not a rail section, and then Price shoots the helicopter so it explodes and we all fall off a waterfall.
How did you survive a helicopter crash?
You know what they say about revenge? You better be ready to dig 2 graves.
You know, man, you got a point. Surprise! Aw, he got me.
And then Shepard tells you why he betrayed you. You know what, I'm just gonna play his whole justification speech verbatim.
5 years ago, I lost 30,000 men in the blink of an eye. And the world just fucking watched. Tomorrow, there will be no shortage of volunteers, no shortage of patriots. I know you understand.
No, not even a little bit.
And then we get to watch 2 old guys punch each other. Then Soap rips the knife out of his chest like a badass and throws it right into Shepard's eye. And that's the plot. And honestly, if you cut it down just to the shit that made any sense, it would be the length of a Scooby-Doo episode. Honestly, the only memory I have of this game when it came out was playing it with my friend in his basement. That's the fun of this game. It's not the actual gameplay mechanics, but the competitive aspect of it. And that's ultimately what they decided to double down on year after year until they just said fuck it. And it's a real shame, because Call of Duty used to be interesting. But here it is now. Call of Duty isn't even a game anymore. It's an event. It's a spectacle that people are supposed to get excited about, like the Super Bowl, and then a year later you're supposed to get excited about the next one. I can't tell you what teams played in the Super Bowl in 2007, but I can tell you exactly what the plot of Modern Warfare is from memory. At the end of the day, when the spectacle and sponsorships are over, all we have left are the games. And if the games are good, people will remember them and be excited to see them remastered. And if they're mindless spectacles, they'll just fade away into memory, like the Super Bowl, Call of Duty, and Vin Diesel.